Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel are free and easy for you, and they help me out a lot. If you want to go further with your support, Patreon and YouTube membership offer access to the BoshNRoll Discord community, early access to lists, written content, things like that. You can have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use YouTube membership, you also get sweet badges and emotes integrated here into YouTube. You can support the channel while you shop at tcgplayer.com by using my affiliate link in the video description, and you can play any deck anytime by using a cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. If you want to wear your support, check out the merch store. And of course, thanks for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome to another BoshNRoll Legacy video. Today I am in tryhard mode because it is round 2 of the Spunky $500 Bant Trophy Challenge. What's going on here, if you missed the first video, is channel supporter Spunky has put up a $500 bounty for me to trophy with Bant, or some version of Bant, like the 4-color Bant, Seorian Bant. They all count as long as it's the Bant core control deck in Legacy. I get 3 chances. If I trophy any of those 3 leagues, I get $500. So it's very important to play my best and play what I think is the best list. And this is where I am. In round 1, spoilers, I went 4-0 before losing to an off-meta deck in the finals. Lost to Azorius Thopter Sword. Surprise. But the deck felt great, grinding through the league. I had tilted my list, the core list. This is Pokemoki's Dark Bant, just Bant with the Black Splash for Baleful Strix and some sideboard cards. I had tilted the deck in the direction of combo because the Magic Online leagues recently have been extremely combo heavy. A lot of 8-cast, Reanimator, Oops All Spells, that sort of stuff. I had played like 14 matches of combo in a row before the previous run with this deck. And then I got paired against 4 grindy decks. Well, 5. The Thopter Sword deck is also grindy, but it's also a combo deck. And Elves. So I got paired against Thopter Sword, Elves, Death and Taxes, a Bant Mirror, and Blue-Red Delver. Just grindy, fair Magic the whole way through the league with a deck that was skewed towards combo. And using those lessons, I've made a couple of changes. The big thing that I took away from that league is you can afford to do that. You can afford to skew towards combo with this deck because it's so good versus fair decks. Even with too many combo cards in the 75, I still started out 4-0 against the metagame and then lost to an off-meta deck in the finals. But I have hedged a little back in the fair direction for this league. Changes that I made. This Force of Negation, I played 2 of them in the previous league. It's now a Narset in the main deck. Narset is just good against a lot of combo decks because a lot of the combos involve drawing cards, plus Narset digs you to your outs. She's just a more reasonable card, and then she's also just one of the best things you can do in a fair matchup, for all the same reasons. And Force of Negation is just the worst if you're not in an unfair matchup. That one was a little too far in the combo direction to really stomach. But Narset is in the main deck now in that slot. In the sideboard, I had 2 Narsets. One of them moved into the main deck, which freed up a slot, and I used Pernicious Deed in that spot. I talked to Pokemoki, the designer of this deck, and he was thinking about trying Deed over Seeds of Innocence. But I like having 2 different answers to the artifact decks, the Saga decks, the 8-cast decks, Thopter Foundry, apparently. Having 2 big bangers against those decks is really nice, and I have the sideboard space to do it. And the other change that I made, I had a Containment Priest in the list for the last league, but talking to Pokemoki, he said that the Elves matchup is already good, and Priest is too slow for Reanimator and Oops All Spells. And at that point, what is Priest really doing in the deck? And I agree with that assessment. I love myself a Containment Priest. I play that card a lot, maybe too often, but I'm going to go with Pokemoki's wisdom on this one, and I turned it into a 2nd Surgical Extraction. That gives me 2 Surgicals, 5 Forces, and 2 Endurances to interact on turn 1 or turn 0 against Reanimator or Oops All Spells, which are the matchups I'm actually worried about. Those are the changes I made. If you missed the first round of this, go check it out. I'll link it in the video description, as well as it'll just be on my channel in the BoshNRoll Signature Decks playlist. Really great matches, really great Magic played in that last video. I'm hoping to do one better in this one. Let's go make that money. On the play in round number 1, I have a Ponder and Force Hand. I'm keeping this. I'm just going to fetch land and pass, hold on to the Ponder. I'm not sure what I need to do with that yet. And the difference between committing to a Swords to Plowshares or committing to a Flusterstorm could be game breaking depending on the matchup. My opponent does not have the same reservations. Tundra Ponder. I'm jealous. I love Tundras. I guess I could make that same play. There's nothing to be jealous about. They did not shuffle their library. A Brainstorm. I like. I also get to represent that I'm a combo deck because Underground Sea Brainstorm is generally not in fair decks. Okay, I'm going to put back Force of Negation and one of the Uros. I'm going to leave the Force of Negation on top. There's a chance this is some like Bant or Azorius show and tell deck. If that is the case, then Force of Negation might be something I want. If it's not, I want to shuffle it away. Standstill. Oh, we're doing that. Well, Force of Negation would have been good there. Okay, there's Standstill. I'm getting beat with my own tools. All right, I don't think I want Force of Negation, though if they untap and slam a Planeswalker of some variety, that's bad. Whatever. I think I'm just going to have to pop this thing. I don't really have any way to play through this. Yeah, I'll grab Tropical Island. Oh, there's Uro. I'm just going to cast Baleful Strix. Bust this thing open. Hope you choke on all those extra cards. Mystic Sanctuary is okay. I could Ponder now or hold up Flusterstorm for a turn. Fluster doesn't hit Standstill or Planeswalkers, unfortunately. It does hit Prismatic Ending. Is that important to me? Is this where I point my Flusterstorm? I really don't think so. I already got a card. And they can't play Standstill this turn, so there's no reason to fight over having a threat in play. And they had to go to discard. So they had to like awkwardly use Prismatic Ending on my Strix, which had already drawn a card. And then they also had to go to discard. So that's kind of +2. That's 2 cards that didn't work particularly well off the Standstill. What I'm trying to spit out here and failing at is I don't think that was very good. Like the Standstill was kind of a Cephalid Coliseum there. Oh wow, Stifle is in your deck. Right, this is a great target for Flusterstorm. Stifle, Standstill. Are they going to have Dreadnought in their deck? That seems likely at this point. I was trying to fetch so I could put Brainstorm back on top of my deck with Mystic Sanctuary. Do I need double white? No, I need double green. I have lots of blue. I think I want the Bayou in the mix here. Yeah, I have lots of blue mana already. Here's Uro. Do I want Uro to pick up Brainstorm? Oh, I guess it picks up nothing. All right. Wow, they're a Daze, Stifle, Standstill deck. Oh, is this just the Ragstill deck? Like I'm like trying to plan what awesome. Yeah, this is just Ragstill. Never mind. I was over here like, wow, what is this brew? No, it's just an old deck. Wasted me off white and then play Ragavan. Okay, that sucks. I have Baleful Strix though. Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't have 3 islands anymore. Good thing I noticed that. I would like to protect my Strix from Daze if I can. Let's see if this resolves. Blue, black. Okay, Strix is in. That's good news. Found a white source. That's also good news. I'm going to try to find a removal spell for Ragavan. That's Caracas. I will take that for now. I don't think I can fetch another Tundra right now. I don't really want to play into Stifle, but I don't want to. I guess I have Caracas as a white source. Oh, this Soul Guide Lantern just coming out of the hand sucks. My double Uro situation is not great. Okay. Land on top of my deck, they can have it. Exiled Misty Rainforest, don't care about that. I have quite enough lands in the mix already. Murktide Regent, that's troublesome. Resolves. Okay. To fetch. Need a white source. Grab Tundra. Draw for turn. Force of Will showing up a little late to the party. I can Mystic Sanctuary Ponder back. And then Uro, make Karakas as my land drop, cast Ponder. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that does work. All right, Mystic Sanctuary, target Ponder. Let's see if this is worth a Soul Guide to them. All right, cool. That's great. Because I have Uro. Blue, green. I think I want to leave up black for Baleful Strix if I draw one. Uro puts Karakas into play. That keeps Ragavan under control, but there is an 8/8 over there. Don't have a whole lot of time to figure out how to beat that thing. God, the third Wasteland. And they just get to dash Ragavan. Well, if they're going to draw like this, we're in trouble. I'm not sure if Ragavan dashing or being in play is actually better for me. It costs 2 mana to dash it every turn, but my Sorcerer Speed removal doesn't hit it. Oh, they took a Ponder from me. Of course they did. Okay. This one is falling behind. Now I'm going to just like get some F6 value, try to recoup some clock, because this could get grindy. And I have somehow ended up down 2 minutes from them. Rest down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can force Ragavan on the way back down, or I could dress it down. Moto does Ragavan wrong. Like dashed Ragavan versus dress down. They just don't do that correctly. It's supposed to bounce in the end step, but it's not going to. Swords of Plowshares. Witherbloom command. Right, that does gain life. I take 8 here. They're pondering, they're digging for... I don't think this deck plays Lightning Bolt. This build of the deck anyway. Maybe it does. I don't even know. Yeah, that Ragavan should be in their hand, but it's not. Oh, Swords of Plowshares. Fuck yeah. Okay. Witherbloom command. Target player mills 3, you return a land, and target creature gets -3/-1. I'm going to target myself and Ragavan. Green, black. The game's already broken. Not trying to abuse a bug. It's just they're going to get advantage by not spending that mana again. I have to play to the game that I'm given. Ugh. Can I get Uro into play? Nope, because I'm at 1. Yeah, I could Swords to Plowshares, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm dead. I needed them not to have a removal there. Because Uro plus Plow could have come together that turn. This is one of the matchups that I did not really build for. This is one of the ones that I did not expect to see because of the place of these decks in the metagame right now. But I still have tools for it. Paradox Zone, fuck yeah, that's what you're for. The Dress Down is good against the Saga part of the deck. All of the forces are bad. I think Jace is probably bad, just being a 4-mana blue spell against the deck with Daze, Wasteland, and Red Blast. I want to try to pivot onto largely non-blue things. I like Deed. I don't like Seeds, though. The Dress Down is so bad against the Delver part of their deck and so good against the Saga part. I think I'm going to go down to 1 Dress Down. And I have Wastelands for Saga as well, so I'm not just ice cold to that. Fairy is good, Strix is good, Command is good, Flusterstorm I like. Now, knowing that they're a Stifle deck, I really like Flusterstorm. I think Plague Engineer is not actually going to make the cut here. I brought one in on spec, or I thought about one on spec, because it's just like, if you name Monkey, then Ragavan's blanked until they remove it. Gotta bring one more card out, or one less card in. Maybe the extra Narset isn't great. I do like that 1 Dress Down. Okay, the second Narset is not coming to the party. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep this. There is a pretty high land count in the deck, and this hand is full of good spells. Just need Ponder to find 2 lands for me. Ponder, found a land. Go. Land and Flusterstorm, so I don't even have to worry about Stifle at this point. Basic Island, you got it. I'm going to pass here. This is a Brainstorm in the end step situation for sure. Brainstorm. Found the land, that's good news. I'm going to put back... I actually want that Deed. Yes, indeed. Prismatic Ending and Narset seem like the lowest impact cards in my hand right now. The Deed is there to mop up the... Though Endurance seems worse than Narset right now. Right, Endurance and Ending can go. And if I fetch here, they can stifle, but then I can fluster. Yeah, I'm going to fetch now. If they didn't have the stifle, I'm going to get... I need black for deed. I think that's more important than white right now. Black, green. I like going in on Uro. If they daze it, it messes up their saga. If they don't daze it, they don't get to daze anything because I'm hitting the extra land drop. Oh yeah, Uro, let's go. Hit these lands. Oh, Light from the Loam, let's go. LFG. And now I can protect my deed with Flusterstorm next turn, even if I don't draw a land. Oh my god. If you didn't know about this, deed for 0 kills Urza Saga because it's an enchantment and anything that comes out of it. I can Veil of Summer first. Like if I play deed and they play force and then I fluster, they can actually pay. If I Veil of Summer up front, then whatever I cast is going to resolve. I could also just wait a turn, spend some time loaming. Yeah, I think I want to loam this turn. Green, blue. That just happened. That's fun. Storm is 1. I could go for Narset this turn. She would die immediately. I'm gonna just pass for now. I get to mop up next turn. When they go for this construct... Oh wow, they did... What? Not interested in the construct, huh? They must be hurting for mana. I could play around Stifle right now, but I don't think I need to. I'd rather protect my white source than play around Stifle. That was a wild brainstorm. There's real material cost to not brainstorming there. Or to brainstorming there. I'm gonna let this pop. I don't think they're gonna get Pithing Needle. Yeah, they're gonna get... Yeah, my graveyard is so fucking juicy. There's Loam and Uro in there. Yeah, for sure. They have Wasteland. I'm not sure they can actually use it, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure they can't. Because then they lose another land with no value added to the board. Brainstorm's a good one. That also builds Storm to help me with Fluster. I could just cast Narset right now, but that's not good. I'm actually not going to brainstorm. My hand's already good. What am I brainstorming for? I'm going to go for Deed. Green, black, colorless. Here's Pernicious Deed. I think between Veil and Fluster, I can get this through their 7-card hand. Just I hope. Alright, they have Stifle. That's the only reason they would have let this resolve so easily. Okay, cool. They tapped out. That means I can pop this for 1, clear out all of their mess. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to let this resolve first. I was about to give them a construct for no reason. Right, they bomb my graveyard on the way out. That's a freebie. I get to take their construct and their saga away. They shove Standstill right now. They have a chance, but Narset beats future standstills. They're missing land drops over there. You love to see it, as the kids say. I'm going for Narset. We're going to have a fight over this one, I'm sure. Oh, they just conceded. Their hand must have been like 4 Ragavans and 3 Murktide Regents or something. I don't know what's going on over there. Oh, they probably boarded out a lot of their forces too. Right. That's why my spells were resolving so easily. And now they know about Pernicious Deed. If they boarded out their Stifles, they're coming back in. All the creature removal I like. Strix is great. Yeah, I mean, this is the deck. In we go. I like this hand a lot. I'm keeping it. I get to hit my land drops and punch through the Stifle and the Wastelands. I have 2 answers to Ragavan. Let's see if they have Daze. There's a good chance Daze isn't even in the deck right now, but it also could blow me out here. All right, they had it. I normally play around Daze, but this is my problem with Ragavan. Like, normally Daze comes at a cost to put it in your deck, but Ragavan makes mana. Like, convince me that Ragavan does not have all the same problems that Deathrite Shaman does. And they get a free little brainstorm for their trouble. Insane. If they didn't already have Wasteland, they can brainstorm into it now. Oh, that's not Wasteland. I'll take that. Bayou is the perfect land because it casts Strix and it casts Endurance next turn. Looks like they have a Pyroblast for this. That's the worst one because they don't even get to draw a card. This is where Ragavan takes Narset or just something completely unbeatable. Or Teferi. It's fuck you, buddy. Yup. Every single time. Every single fucking time. Yeah, that really could have just hit 2 lands. That would have been okay. But instead, here we are. Oh my god. Alright. Now, I have some choices. I'm gonna Prismatic Ending Ragavan. I think that's better than shoving Endurance into Daze and hoping it works. I'm gonna waste them. Just like, try to deny them what resources I can. Though they are currently enjoying my resources. Pyroblast, Wasteland. Take me off white. They didn't have the other Ragavan. That's good. Alright, I keep hitting land drops. I'll take that. So do they. Ponder means they can't Murktide this turn. I probably have to Endurance in their upkeep next turn. Keep them from Murktiding. Do not shuffle. Oh, Veil of Summer. How I would enjoy you. I guess I can wait for them to crack their fetch, and then I can Endurance. Unless they just play a blue land from hand. Alright. Saga. Saga's a good card. They've confirmed they have Daze in their deck already. Witherbloom Command. Alright, what does this do? It hits my land drop, which could be Wasteland. Alright, Witherbloom Command. You mill 3. And you take 2. Yeah, there's only one mode for the other thing. Green, black. Force of Will. Veil of Summer. This is what we lined up. Let's hope it works. But they have their Dazes. Brutal. Can't pay 1. Even if I had made my land drop beforehand, I was playing into Daze because we know about their Stifle. Guess if I had waited a turn on that, we could have had that same exchange, but it would have tapped them out of making a construct. Alright, now I can play around Daze. Saga's about to pop. They floated mana with it. Okay. Soulguard Lantern. That will pull ahead of my eventual anything. I am playing chicken with these fetch lands, by the way. Like if they had just played Volcanic Island, bam, Murktide Regent, I would have been in trouble. Going for Endurance here. They could stifle the trigger, but I still get a 3/4. They could have Swords to Plowshares also. Right, they exiled my graveyard in response. So that puts Soulguide Lantern back into their deck. That's clever. Time to figure out if they have Swords to Plowshares. Oh, Narset's gone. Holy shit. Green, blue, colorless. Here's Uro. And I have Caracas if they have Plow. They have Pyroblast. Knew about that one. Okay, mostly fine. Alright, now they have Caracas. That makes Uro a lot worse. Prismatic Ending. Okay. Another Endurance. We love to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't Murktide with what they have right now. They can Murktide if this resolves. Oh, but they don't have double blue. Alright, I'm gonna let it resolve. Another Soulguide Lantern. It's all natural. Okay. Sure. Another Uro gone. Endurance. Tuck your stuff. Time to stifle. Okay. They stifled. Finally. Mystical Dispute. That can hit Murktide Regent. Don't think I brainstorm here. I think I just attack. Right. Let's go. Wasteland shit. Well, float white, I guess. That unlocks any Ragavans that would have been in their hand. Fetching. Tricky Reach. Mystical Dispute. They have 1 card in their hand. Please don't be Pyroblast. Alright. We might be in business here. Ponder. Dress Down. I will take Dress Down temporarily. That keeps Ragavan from connecting. And if Ragavan connects this turn, I know my top card is a land that I'm not mega excited about having. And Storm, obviously, always good. Ponder. Okay. That's why I held on to the Dress Down. We know Saga is in their deck. Here's the land. I know there's another land on top. Just gonna pass. I'm holding this land for gas if I want to brainstorm into some gas. Constructs are only 2/2s right now. Retrofitter Foundry is going to be a concern. I'm going to need a Prismatic Ending or a Wasteland. They did not shuffle, and then they cast. Okay, so brainstorm in response. It's time for this. Okay, all right. I think we just won. Put back these 2 extra lands. Standstill resolves. I'm gonna fetch now where they can't stifle me. And get Savannah. No, it's Tundra. Yeah. Make sure I have enough islands. Gonna attack my 3/4 against their 4 life versus their 2/2 against my 14 life. And they can't cast spells, or I draw cards. That was a good wasteland. Wow. Oh, they didn't have the mana to make a construct. If they don't have Saga right now, I'm going to feel really good about this deck. Or about this game. Okay, they just popped their Soul Guide to draw a card. And they conceded. Alright. That was a grind, but we did it. That's 1 on the board. Let's keep it going. I'm on the draw in round 2. My hand, I'm going to keep it. This has land drops and action. If they are just oops all spells or some bullshit, I'm dead. But I have Caracas, even if they're Reanimator. Uh-oh, Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, they are certainly some bullshit. Bullshit confirmed. Find out what flavor. All right, I have Emery covered. They didn't mill into an Echo. There could be one in their hand. Okay, I'm going to use Caracas to answer Emery, not Swords to Plowshares, because Swords to Plowshares can be Force of Willed. And Caracas cannot. Will they use their only blue source? I might be getting super lucky here. Oh, wow. Do I save this waste? No, I have Life from the Loam literally in my hand. I do not save my wasteland for anything. I was about to say, do I save it for a Saga? But no, I don't. What I'm worried about now is Echo. I need to come up with a Force of Will before they come up with an Echo of Eons. A Tropical Island here, cast Life from the Loam on my 2 targets. Gonna end up discarding. Maybe it's Uro to hand size? No, it's one of the Misties. That would be fun to just speedrun Uro. But I think that drawing the extra card, getting the land drop is worth it. Uro, go get him. Uro triggers. Still not dredging Loam. I can Uro next turn. No, I'm 1 short. With the 2 fetch lands, that's only 4 cards in the graveyard. Another LED. Oh no. They find Echo. Oh no, they're just redeploying Emery. Which could hit Echo. It didn't. That's good news. I'm going to Swords to Plowshares this time. This actually lets me get Uro into play. Tundra. Plow puts the extra card in my graveyard for Uro that I was missing moments ago. Alright, I could have dredged Loam at any point. I was never missing for Uro. I have enough lands that I'm not going to dredge Loam. Not worried about it. And do I get Savannah here? I have green. I have blue. I think it's Underground Sea, actually. Just keep my island count up because the Mystic Sanctuary is right there in my hand. Green, green, blue, blue. See you later, Loam. The Wasteland's already in my hand. And I'm going to deploy it here. Okay. Now I have a clock. I still haven't found a Force of Will. 17 cards into the deck. None of my 5 forces. Right, back up Emery. That one still hasn't hit an Echo. We're still doing the thing. Bouncing this in the end step. Come on, Force. Prismatic Ending. Okay. Back with Uro. Dress Down. I'm not disappointed to see. Okay. Black. Blue. Baleful Strix. Alright, still not a Force. Blue, black. Baleful Strix. Flusterstorm. Okay. I'm gonna ending one of the LEDs. That helps turn on Flusterstorm. The worst thing is if they find what they're looking for. I find the answer, but it's not good enough. This Caracas has basically soloed this game. They've cast 4 Emerys this game to my 1 Swords to Plowshares. Caracas doing the thing. Also just the, what is normally the cold hand of variance is the warm high 5 of variance this round. Because my opponent just clearly didn't have a blue source for a few turns. They milled a quarter of their deck and didn't find an Echo. I like it. Sorry, opponent, but I do. I like it a lot. This is definitely a matchup where I pile on my Null Rod, Seeds of Innocence, Pernicious Deed, Mystical Dispute, Narset. These all come in. Don't think I want Surgical or Carpet. Cards that are less good include Baleful Strix, Endurance. This is actually a super cool Pokemoki tech, which I've seen other combo decks or other control decks and combo decks do, where you can shave Ponder, because they could be a Chalice of the Void deck. There's various flavors of these blue artifacts decks, and many of them have Chalice in them. So Ponder is bad against Chalice. It's also kind of slow in general if you are loading up on actual bangers. You just don't need to Ponder if you're just drawing good cards straight up. And Force of Negation or Force of Will. I can cut one of these. I'm mostly playing to the board. Like if they're like a super fast Karn version, then I might want all 5 forces. If they're not exactly that, like if they're the creature-based 8-cast deck, then I could shave a force also, or a Force of Will, but I'm going to shave a Force of Negation and get rid of that. But I need a Plague Engineer in case, or we saw Psy game 1. All right, I changed my mind. I'm playing to the board. Going to let my sweepers sweep and bring in a Plague Engineer for Thopters. This is my plan. I'm going to keep this one. Witherbloom Command's a banger. Got a fistful of forces. Should be able to survive the early onslaught with this one. Okay, here we go. Guns blazing, as they say. Defense grid. Well, if I don't force that, I never force anything. It's kind of a shame because Witherbloom Command can answer that so cleanly next turn, but it's not next turn, is it? On the play, I let that resolve, but I'm on the draw, as you can see. They're down to 2 cards in hand. That one I can let resolve. Thanks, Witherbloom Command. Uh-oh. 1 card left in their hand, and they just caverned on human. Oh, Seeds. I fetch for Underground Sea, because I do need blue mana eventually. And then I'm going to do Destroy a Permanent mode and Mill mode, target myself with Mill mode, target Chalice, green, black, Witherbloom Command, doing the thing, hitting the land drop, removing their Chalice. It's just a beautiful thing. I'm going to pick up Flooded Strand, not Tundra, because I'm going to need the 3rd green for Seeds. And I'm almost certainly just slamming Seeds next turn. Barely matters what they do. Oh, that's not a human. Pitch Brainstorm, because I'd rather have Uro. I could Seeds them to 0 mana, but they already only have 2. Oh, I even dredged Loam. I didn't even see that happen. Or, yeah, my Witherbloom Command dumped Loam. That was nice. I'm going to get Tropical Island this turn. Life from the Loam picks up 3 lands, and then I'm in business for Uro next turn. Okay, here we go. I'm feeling good. They're 2 cards in hand. All right, I have that beat. Uro doesn't care about it anyway, and it's going to get swept up in the Seeds. Not going to dredge Loam again. My hand's already full of gas. I'm going to Uro, leaving up blue-green. Narset, hello? This one's getting disgusting. I'm a little worried about the cavern. That's really the only piece left to this puzzle. Uh-oh. Did they just sneak a... Okay, Psy I care less about than other options. Still not dredging Loam. I have so many lands. There is a Swords to Plowshares in the graveyard, but Chalice is still in play. It won't be for long, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm gonna Mystic Sanctuary my Swords to Plowshares to the top. And then I'm gonna escape Uro. Green, green, blue, blue. Fear not, everybody. I have not forgotten about Chalice. There's Uro. I'm gonna draw a Plow, put Tundra into play. There's Uro. I'm casting Narset this turn. And then next turn I can Seeds plus Plow, and then it's gonna be hard to lose. They tap 2 mana and then untap 2 mana. I wonder if they were about to draw a card with Psy and then remembered I had Narset. Prismatic Ending. Okay, now I don't even need to Swords to Plowshares or interact with the Chalice at all. White, blue, black. It's Exile Sai. Activate Narset. Null Rod in my hand. I'm just going to cast that one for good measure. All right, we got the GGs in the chat. I agree. That was a stern beating. 2-0, scoreboard. Let's go. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. We're on the draw in round 3 against Tony Scaponi, who is known for the Epic Gamble, which is a Red Storm deck that I've played on the channel a couple times. He is a supporter of the channel as well. Thanks, Tony. Happy to see Force of Will in this hand. Dress Down won't do much. And it is a Burgy deck, but I guess turning off Burgy for a turn is like non-zero. Dress Down does have text, and it does cantrip. I'm keeping this hand. The bad news is the Epic Gamble is basically built to grind through blue control decks. The good news is my combo skewed sideboard is finally paying off. It'll finally do what it's supposed to do. The Epic Gamble, by the way, if you haven't heard of that deck before, it's kind of somewhere between Ruby Storm and the Epic Storm. Oh, that's not what's going on here. Are we just on 8 cast instead, or have we added Urza Saga to the Epic Gamble? Okay. I kind of hope he does go for Echo here. Alright, cool. Just bet on Echo, and that bet's gonna lose this time, unfortunately for Tony. Fortunately for me. Okay. I just have to beat this Urza Saga on Wasteland off the top. I like Endurance. Saga is not going to be able to make any constructs, but it is going to get to tutor, presumably a backup Lion's Eye Diamond, and then we're an Echo away from shredding again. That's kind of dangerous. Yeah, we are not safe until we find the second Force. Tony said in the chat, if it was a blind opponent, he wouldn't have gone for it, but because I'm always playing the like bullshit donation decks and meme strats and whatever, he figured it to take it for a spin. And I agree. I agree with that assessment. I'm going to brainstorm now in case I hit Wasteland. Right, no Wasteland. We're going to put back Underground Sea and Tundra. Then I'm going to fetch trying to find a Force. I do think that if I find the other Force, we're just rolled up. Okay, found the other Force. Good, good, good. Okay. I have the next wave covered and a handful of threats. Oh, I think that we're good for this game. Unless there's some seriously insane technology coming out of this Urza Saga. Got the Lion's Eye Diamond. Drawing Brainstorm. I'm just going to flash in Endurance this turn. Shuffle away the Uro that I don't want on top of my deck. And then I have a clock and we're doing stuff. Mishra's Bauble, okay. That turns on Opal. Yeah, if his hand was Gamble there, that actually would have been aligned to Gamble. Gonna get Savannah. Oh, nope, this is Blue to Delta. I can't get Savannah. What the fuck? Alright, I guess I'm getting Bayou. Or, no, I don't need a second black source. I would like to get white here, but I do need to cast Endurance. I'm just gonna get Trop. Bayou doesn't actually advance the game at all, but I could reasonably cast 2 blue spells in a turn. I'm going to target him with Endurance. I don't think it matters like either way if I target him or not. There was no Rite of Flames in the graveyard or anything like that. I can Brainstorm to try to hit. I don't think I need to hit a second land, though. I'm just going to cast Uro. If it hits a land naturally, then I get it. But if it doesn't, that's fine. Yeah, Brainstorming there would not have been that great because the Force Blue card is what I want in my hand. He didn't pop his Bauble, and that means that he values the Mox Opal mana. Like he's playing to a gamble over there. I can fetch Mystic Sanctuary in the end step, pick up Force of Will, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then I have double Force. Yeah, I don't think white mana is particularly essential here. Mystic Sanctuary, pick up Force. Now he knows he has to beat a Force. Probably could have guessed that anyway. Green, green, blue, blue. This isn't a loam matchup, so I don't need to worry about aggressively eating my graveyard or anything. It bobbled me in response. That means it's desperation time. Saw Ponder. So he knows that I have Force blue card. Saw me put the Force there and just saw the Ponder with Bobble. Doesn't know about the other Force. Found a land. Just shipping it. It's good for me. There's a land for Uro, so I get to attack before I brainstorm. Ooh, yeah. Wasteland's nice. He's been choked on resources this whole game. Just gonna choke him harder. Choke me, daddy. Has no mana right now, except for Echo of Eons. And dead on board. Okay, we got game one. Oof. Narset, big deal. Swords of Plowshares does hit Bergie, which is nice. This is what I would consider an artifact matchup for the sake of Deed and Seeds. Hydroblast is excellent. Most of the spells are red in this deck. Mystical Dispute hits Echo, but almost nothing else. I don't think Surgical matters. I don't think Veil matters. Canonist, they do have a lot. The deck does have a lot of artifact spells, but it also has a lot of non-artifact spells. I think Canonist is worth playing. Cards that are worse include Swords to Plowshares and Prismatic Ending. I'm going to shave on Ending. Endurance isn't actually super important. I do like having one, because the only graveyard card I really care about is Echo, and you don't get priority when they sack LED to cast Echo. Witherbloom Command can beat up on the mana, and if he brings in like Defense Grid or some such thing. Maybe this isn't a Loam matchup. Should I be counting on Loam anyway? I don't think so. I'm going to go a little thinner on Swords to Plowshares. Clipping a Bergie matters, but I have Hydroblast and all this other stuff now to help fight on that axis. Seeing the Saga makes me want to keep the Dress Downs in. They're also sort of tempo against Bergie. It's not an answer, but it is not nothing. Okay, I'm going down to 2 plows. I think that some number is fine, but I'm willing to min-max that. About what's the smallest number I can keep in my deck and still maybe have one when I want it. Here I go. This is the deck. This hand is bad. I'm going to mulligan it. This hand is much better. I'm going to keep it. And I'm actually going to put Dress Down on the bottom. I think that's the worst card in this hand, other than being blue for potential forces. I'm not going to Amaldo a Force, because I don't think he's just going to jam into Force again after what happened last game. I think this is going to be a game where we do a little bit of setting up, where Witherbloom Command can undo the setup. Oh, good thing I sent that Dress Down to the bottom. Maybe I'll draw a Wasteland right now. I'm going to play Underground Sea, because that can brainstorm if I need it to, and it can Witherbloom Command next turn. I don't think he's just going to jam Bergie and go for it this turn, which would be a reason to lead on Savannah. I don't think there's a land in my deck that can cast Brainstorm or Swords to Plowshares on turn 1 and then also facilitate Witherbloom on turn 2. Uh-oh. We got motion. I'm really hoping for like a Defense Grid, something I can actually kill with Witherbloom Command here. I'm probably going to end step Brainstorm. Just having Null Rod in the deck is such a good reason to supercharge your hand on turn 2. Like, I have things I can do for 2 mana, like Ethersworn Canonist and Null Rod, that are worth spewing long-term gains for. Uh-oh. We got motion. Gamble. Okay. So 1 out of 3 chance to discard the Echo. Missed. Discarded Mox Opal. But the Echo will just be in hand, if Echo's even what wished for. Oh, Galvanic Relay. Alright, that was pretty tight. Nothing to look for here. This is just going to be a Necropotence. Echo's in there. I prefer Echo over there. That was a pretty terrible draw 7, all things considered. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can easily cast Echo from the Exile Zone. Okay, I'm going to Brainstorm right now, looking for the I didn't find Null Rod. I did find green card plus endurance. Don't think this is going to be a Swords to Plowshares game. If I exile Mox Opal, how bad does that mess him up? Oh, there's another one in exile. It doesn't mess him up at all. Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, this doesn't even seem that good. Okay, I'm going to put back Swords to Plowshares and Tundra. Or I should do this the other way. Tundra and Swords to Plowshares. Wait, I'm drawing Swords to Plowshares. And I want to ponder into Force of Negation. That's what I'm trying to do here. Narset. Oh, that's a good one for the future. I don't think there's going to be a future, though. Okay, I'm going to play Tundra, and we're going to get spun this turn. Lion's Eye Diamond is just straight up Black Lotus when... Oh, maybe I'm supposed to shuffle that Ponder. What am I doing? This Narset was, like, obviously not going to work. Okay. Okay, made a construct. I'm sure he's done the math and I haven't. Like, this gets another LED. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana this turn. And it is straight up Black Lotus because the Echo is in exile. Can easily defense grid and then also Echo. Petal, Opal, LED. There's defense grid. Okay, I want to plow this 6/6 just in case there's a plan for that. That gives them one storm to develop on this turn, but this isn't doing anything else. And I don't need to endurance because the Echo's about to shuffle away that graveyard anyway. Okay, off we go. We're in the defense grid, so if we're dead, we're dead. If he dies, he dies. Plenty of mana to Echo and then also re-Echo. So seeing 14 cards this turn. F6, off we go. Oh, there's that Force of Negation that I needed this turn. Though that didn't really help because they had a defense grid anyway. Never mind. That was just a really solid draw 7. As many draw 7s tend to be. My hand does not answer that defense grid, so even if I untap, I'm not exactly in good shape here. I'm not really hopeful about untapping. Okay, there's Null Rod. Now I'm extremely hopeful about untapping. Just give me one more turn. Oh, Dark Ritual's been cast. Oh, just Natty Tendrils. Okay, important to note, I did not see Burgi. I saw Rite of Flame, but not actually any red cards. Maybe Hydroblast and Swords to Plowshares are not defensible. Like, nowhere in that spin did I see, like, Burning Wish. Though Burning Wish, I feel like it would still be in the deck. Rite of Flame. Yeah, I'm not going to make any changes here. No, Veil of Summer over one of the plows. That can keep me alive from a Tendrils, though I don't know. I guess it's hard to know if... Wait, Prismatic Ending, I think, is better than Swords to Plowshares in all cases now. Yeah, because we've seen Defense Grid. We did not see Burgi. I have the Dress Downs in for the constructs. I have all my Artifact Sweepers in. Okay, let's do this. This hand has double force, double blue card. I don't like the one land, but I do like the levels of protection that I have. Got to draw a blue source and I'm in business. Just anything to cast this Baleful Strix. We got 22 lands in the deck, plus 8 cantrips. That is more than half of the deck are live draws. And go. Battle. Red mana. Rite of Flame. LED. Saga. Good Galvanic Relay for 4 here. Not fighting over Gamble. That goes in the bin. Defense Grid. Force, Pitching, Uro. Bobble. Bobble. Okay. I'm going to counter the Echo. Then we're all in. I'm going to pitch the Dress Down. I think I need the Strix more than that. And he's not Hellbent. He's got 2 baubles just hanging out over there. I gotta draw that blue source. I did need both forces though, so feeling good about this keep. Land, 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 please land. I think gets to look. Is it a land? Tell me, Tony. Tell me now. Oh yeah. It's even better than a land. Even better than a normal land. Let's take out that Saga. Okay, now we're both in garbage time. We both have 2 cards in hand. I have... Baleful Strix in my hand. My hand is basically blank. His hand is 3 random cards he just drew. Come on, Island. Mystical Dispute. That counters the next Echo from this board state. And he knows I have that from the bauble. Come on, deck. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna get... Do I get Tropical Island or Tundra here? I think it's Tundra. Yeah, it's Tundra. I think the white cards are better than the green cards right now. Baleful Strix. Okay, now I have 3 lands. And I can hardcast Dispute next turn. So I can just cancel something. So if he's got LED Echo right now, he knows I'm tapped out of Dispute. Please don't have it. I don't think for a single second that he just has nothing he can play over there. I think that he's slow rolling artifacts to build Storm on the turn where it matters. Happy to see Force of Will. And now the 20-turn clock begins. Bang. Cards I'm happy to draw include Narset, Flusterstorm. I guess I'm being greedy. I would take almost anything at this point. I have 3 mana of all my colors. I have a lot of seriously good draws like Null Rod or even Pernicious Deed, but I mean, Null Rod's better. But I'm also like lands I'm not really excited about at this point. A Brainstorm to turn this Prismatic Ending into something would be nice. Something to clock would be really great. Like Uro to start pushing forward. Give me some of that. Lotus Petal. All right. Time to take game actions. I have to hope that he calculated around Mystical Dispute, but is going to get got by Force of Will. Like if he can generate 6 mana to echo with, that's my hope. Gamble. Okay. The jambling has begun. Let's see Lion's Eye Diamond hit the graveyard. Gamble, discarded Gamble. I'm sure that's not what he went for. Probably went for that Saga. That's actually really good. Yikes. All right. So Wasteland, Dress Down. The backup Baleful Strix. Black, blue. I mean, this does at least check the Saga tokens. I have 2 Death Touch blockers. Right, there we go. Attack for 1. There's 1 card over there in the hand. I could fetch Savannah and exile Chrome Mox. I actually like that. Savannah, exile Chrome Mox. It's really attacking the mana here. I still have Force of Will that he doesn't know about. I can pitch that to Mystical Dispute. I wanted a green source anyway to get closer to Seeds of Innocence. Just doubled my clock, which may sound like a joke, but I'm very serious that attacking for 2 is a lot better than attacking for 1 on this board. Shocked in a Shatter Skull. That gives him the mana to activate Saga once, but not twice. I'm going to attack with 1 of my Strixes. Probably should have attacked with both. Oh wait, no, I don't have double green. I can't count on Seeds to do what it needs to do yet. I'm going to play Mystic Sanctuary tapped. I'm 1 land away from casting Force, which will probably be relevant in this game. Okay, there is a 1/1 construct in play. How worried about that do I need to be? I mean, I'm not worried about a 1/1. I am worried about a 7/7. It's got to keep Echo off the stack. Because this deck that can draw 7 out of nowhere is somewhat of a concern with the creature with variable size. Lands are good draws, spells are good draws. There are not many bad draws in the deck. Okay, Saga just tutored up Urza's Bauble. That's good for me. Just fishing for information. Didn't attack. Interesting. Keeping an artifact in play for Mishra's Bauble, or for Mox Opal maybe? Ooh, that's a good one. I can hit this red source now, put him to 0 mana, or I can save this for the next Saga. I think the race is on. We're both attacking for 2, and I'm starting at a higher life total, plus my deck has removal in it, and his doesn't. I'm going to Wasteland the Shatter Skull. Just constrict these options as much as I can. Holding up Force is tempting, but I don't need to Force if it can't cast spells. Another Shatter Skull. All right, now the Construct's attacking. Yeah, it can't block these Strixes, so might as well get it sideways. Ooh. Gonna attack. I think I should invest in the Deed. Green, black, colorless, Pernicious Deed. Let's just float this in play. This gives me giant insurance policy against a lot of what he can do. I'm not just going to pop it for 0 now, because it's not denying him anything. He can still draw the card off Bauble. I'm still winning the race. I can stop attacking, or I could just blow up the board at any point. Right, now I'm holding up Force. And if I wait on this deed, I can eventually sweep up the next Urza Saga as well. Kind of a tough spot, because, yeah, pop the Bauble, just saw the Mystical Dispute that he already knew about, deal. And that makes the construct smaller, so now it's even less of a race. I do need to be aware of, if I get nickel and dimed down like 5 points, that's two or three less storm that he needs to win the game with tendrils. So I do need to be cognizant of natural tendrils, just like Petal, Ritual, Opal, something tendrils you is a real line to win the game. Currently only needs 5 storm. I'm at 12. Like 5 additional storm on top of the tendrils. Okay, there's my lady. I'm gonna see what she comes up with. Blue, blue, and colorless. Our set's really good. In case you haven't seen this card before. Alright, now he knows about Force of Will. Doesn't know about the second one. I'm gonna pop Deed for 0 this turn. Maybe not. Does Narset need to activate again, or is being in play enough? There's Rite of Flame. Defense Grid is still the scariest card that he can... Oh no, I have Deed. I can just Deed for 2 and clear out a Defense Grid. Never mind. I don't care about Defense Grid anymore. Okay, resolves. Glad I noticed that. I have not had Pernicious Deed versus a Defense Grid combo deck in a long time. Maybe ever. And he knows about Mystical Dispute and Force of Will. Saw both of them. So knows about Force blue card. I can take him to 0 artifacts and then cast Force all at the same time. No attack. Interesting. Activate Narset first. Might affect my decisions. Do I want a third Force? Probably. That gives me double Force. But I already have double Force, and if I take Ponder, he might not know that. Does that matter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take Ponder. Play the land. Attack for 2. Seas of Innocence is awkward here because it also kills my pressure. But it does gain me 4 life. I don't think that's the play. I am actually going to pop Deed for 0. I don't care about Defense Grid. I can cast 2 forces through it, and my Strixes are how I'm planning to win this game. So I can just let that happen. But I do need to keep Narset around because that turns off the one thing that I'm worried about, which is Echo. Okay, I can Ponder here, which doesn't tap me out of double Force, but it does take me off the blue card. But if I find Witherbloom Command, I can win on the spot. I think just sitting on double Force is the play, though. Narset's in play. I can cast 2 forces. Lion's Eye Diamond. Resolves. Echo of Eons. Yeah, just going for it. Alright. I don't need to force this because Narset's in play. Yeah. I'm like ready to force this thing, but he already conceded. We got the GGs in the chat. Protecting Narset, too good against the draw 7 deck. Alright, that was a stressful one, but we are continuing our undefeated run. Tick-tock. On the draw in round 4. I'm keeping this hand. Got lands and spells. It can interact with a permanent or a spell. Good either way. And Brainstorm fixes everything. I would probably choose Force of Will over Negation, but this does look very similar to the hand I would keep if I could just pick what my starting hand was every game. Mox Diamond. I never fight over Mox Diamonds, especially with Prismatic Ending in my hand. Oh, well, Force of Negation might be the right one here. Okay. It sucks to use my Force of Negation when this is definitely a Loam deck, but the Loam is right there on the stack. Better than Loam. It's Force of Negation Crucible. And then I'm going to Prismatic Ending one of the diamonds, and then just hope we're in the clear here. If their last 2 cards, I guess if they just need any mana source, which is not a big ask. Wasteland's a good one. I'm to find my Loam. Brainstorm. This is too many lands. Put back Caracas and Tropical Island. I'm going to fetch and a Tropical Island. Or no, I think I want an Underground Sea here. Yeah, Underground Sea. I don't have black yet, and cast Ponder. Baleful Strix, Jace, Ponder. Yeah, I think the mana denial is gonna keep me down for a while here. But they don't get to deny me next turn if they want to make a construct. Even just getting one turn with Teferi in play would be a big deal. Okay, cool. Dress Down's in the deck somewhere. These kind of decks are a little bit scary, though. They are built to grind harder than I am, and grinding is kind of my whole thing. Oh god, another Saga. Well, there's that. Attack for 4. I think I want to Baleful Strix plus Ponder this turn. I can Teferi next turn. Right, black, blue, draw a card. Like, I'm really interested in one of my Dress Downs. I play several of them. Strix plus Ponder sees a lot of cards. Here's that Jace. Here's this Ponder. Come on, Dress Down. Prismatic Ending, not what I'm looking for. Uro, not what I'm looking for. I'm going to shuffle this. Wasteland's not bad. If they hold up their Wasteland to activate Saga, then I get to Teferi plus Wasteland, and then I just got to deal with one more construct. Every draw step is scary here. Punishing Fire, Jesus. Okay, and they get to waste me now. Pirate Spellbomb, okay. Okay, that was actually great. I mean, I'm taking a zillion damage. Am I dead? Hold on. Am I just dead? If I Teferi bounce one of the constructs, it's a 4/4. Yeah, I'm just dead. Fuck. I was so excited. All right, well, I can Teferi to bounce a 4/4, or bounce a 5/5, and if I rip Swords of Plowshares or Prismatic Ending, I get another turn. That wasn't it. Wow, yeah, they just put me to dead. Wasteland doesn't matter because they have the 4/4 plus the Pirate Spellbomb can finish me off. All right, damn. That Punishing Fire was insane. Used every card in their hand to deal exact damage through my resistance. I think I win this game on the play, but okay. All right, against a lands strategy. This is clearly a pretty dedicated Saga deck. Seeds and Deed can come in. I don't know if I should expect Merit Lage out of this deck. It's actually like kind of tricky. I think I want Surgical. They've showed me Crucible of Worlds. Gotta imagine Loam's in this deck somewhere too. Oh yeah, they showed me Punishing Fire as well. Yeah. This might have just been a really weird start from lands, not necessarily a Crucible-centered stack, which is what it looked like. Null Rod, actually, something I'm interested in. It sucks that it gets sucked up into the Deed and the Seeds, but I think if I'm resolving those, I'm good anyway. I like Narset for the card advantage. Swords to Plowshares isn't great. Force to Will's not great. Strix isn't great. Loam is great. Dress Down's great. One more card to cut here. Maybe I don't want Null Rod, but Null Rod shutting down Mox Diamonds is pretty decent. Oh, Flusterstorm. That card sucks. All right. I almost missed that one hiding over there. Yeah, Flusterstorm's out. These cards are in. Do I want Paradox Zone in this matchup? That is interesting. That's a win condition all day. All right, I'm going one more plow down. Okay, Paradox Zone is in the deck. I think that one would be really hard for them to beat. Oh, they have Force of Vigor, though. If they even bring it in against my deck. I don't know. We'll see. Magic's hard. Snapkeep. Just playing my land go here, the fetch land that they can't waste. We saw Ghost Quarter in game 1. They discarded it off of Mox Diamond. Just horrifying. Diamond, discarding Stage, Saga right off the bat. Okay, cool. Have a plan here. Gonna play Bayou, fetch, Tropical Island, I think. Or maybe it's Savannah. No, it's Tropical Island. No, it's Savannah. Oh, but then I have no blue. That's not an option. Underground Sea? No. Shit. Stop. But this mana is such a mess. I'm gonna get Tropical Island. Yeah, if this goes to plan, I'll have a white source next turn anyway. Target player mills 3 and destroy target permanent. Mill myself, destroy Mox Diamond. Black, green. Even if they have Veil of Summer, I still get to mill 3 because the spell has 2 targets. They can protect their Mox, though. Just hope that doesn't happen. It's not a card this deck plays, is it? Hope not. Picked up my Wasteland. That's what I wanted. All right, that answers the Saga. Grove. Exploration. Shit. Well, I have Prismatic Ending, but I don't have a white source. Wasteland. Fuck. This one's going to be tight. We're going to race this one right down to the wire. If they waste me, then we're both in garbage time in top deck mode. Okay, there's the white source. I can pick up Exploration next turn. I can Baleful Strix right now. Black, blue, Strix. Endurance, yes. All right. Wasteland, the Saga immediately. I don't want them tutoring. I guess if I waste Grove of the Burn Willows, then they can't activate Saga anyway. It dies. They get to tutor, but they're down 2 lands. I don't actually know what's better in that spot. Fuck. That was the nightmare. Well, I get to cast Endurance and tuck their Loam at least this turn. Ox Diamond, okay. Discarding stage, replaying Saga. Okay, they have 1 card in hand and it's Urza Saga. Drawing this Tropical Island's actually really exciting because that means I can play Endurance without exposing my white source. And I'm going to Endurance right now before they get a draw step. Getting rid of the Loam's more important than getting rid of the targets that they would target with Loam. If I could have pitched Endurance last turn and buried the Urza Sagas, maybe I would have done that. I don't know, that's actually closer. But here you very obviously just get rid of the Loam. Taiga, Saga are the 2 cards in their hand. Looking for Dress Down. Or my own Loam. They took me off black. That's not the color I really need right now. Storm, I'll save that for later. Gonna fetch Tundra right now? Yeah, I have enough green. So Savannah plays around Choke. Do I need to play around Choke? I need white. I have green and blue already because all my lands. I'm going to get Savannah. I'll respect Choke where I can. I'm going to exile Exploration. Because even if they find Loam, it doesn't matter if they don't have Exploration. Like, that just doesn't grind this hard. They can make a 2/2 right now, so Endurance can attack, and then Strix can still block the Construct. And I'm going to Null Rod, taking them off Mox Diamond and whatever they would have tutored with their Saga. Bang, Null Rod. Can't activate my Strix anymore, but I think it's worth it. There's a 2/2. I guess fetching Tundra, while it doesn't play around Choke, it does turn on the Mystic Sanctuary in my hand, and Witherbloom Command is always a good card. And maybe I should have done that. The Null Rod, all right, Pithing Needle. What do you name? Teferi? They saw Teferi last game. Yeah, sure. There's one of those in my deck. I have these constructs beat. Prismatic Ending. Very nice. I'm going to Brainstorm first. Okay, Caracas is nice. I'll deal with that next turn. Put Narset. Caracas, Narset on top, in that order. Narset, Caracas. Sanctuary. I'm going to attack with Endurance. Swords to Plowshares. Gets it through. I guess I should plow first. I was going to say if they double block, I get to blow out, but why would they double block? They have 4/4s. Oh, shit. No, I was right the first time. I let them block, I plow the other one, I get both. Damn it. I got lost in the sauce thinking about that Brainstorm and then just forgot how to do combat math. Both their constructs should be dead right now. Damn it. Someday I'll know how to play this game. They drew another Loam. That's why removing the Exploration is important. I have another white source in hand, so I can tap my Savannah to play Narset. I know there's at least the second Narset in the pile here. I'd rather a Brainstorm than second Narset, though. Arrakis. Gonna attack with Endurance again. Next turn, the constructs will be 4/4. They can activate Saga. See if Dredging Loam. Yeah, Dredging Loam was not the play because the Exploration's gone. If they had Exploration in play, they'd be Dredging Loam for sure. Ooh, that's actually brutal. That kills Narset. That's not worth fighting over, though. And by fighting over, I mean casting Brainstorm and hoping to hit anything. Like, there was not actually a fight to fight there. Narset's dead. I could have used Ending to clear the construct to make sure that just didn't happen. I don't know, I feel like Ending has more value left in this game than that, though. Something like Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, perhaps. Do I brainstorm first? No, I want to Uro first. Just hitting the extra land drop is not as important as making decisions with the maximum number of cards at this point. Gain 3 life, no land to put in. I'm actually going to pick up Uro here because Saga can tutor for Soul Guide Lantern this turn. Yeah, I'm just going to bounce Uro. They can't activate Soul Guide Lantern once it's in play, but they can pick off the Uro that's there. And I'm going to ponder, not brainstorm here. Making a token in response. 2 lands and another ponder. Yeah, I'll make my land drop. Ponder's on top. Endurance doesn't get to attack this turn. I do want that ponder. I'm willing to take a flap of damage to get it. They once again did not dredge loam. They're making their pile of 5/5s. There'll be 6 6s, which is the size that Uro is conveniently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can play and escape Uro next turn all at once. Oh, they have crop rotation. Is this for a Bajuka Bog? Yeah, that slows down the Uro. That was a tight play. But it just slows it down, doesn't beat it. Okay, no, they went for another Saga. That's how they want to play this game. Just keep the constructs rolling. That makes sense. I'm going to need to dress down to navigate this. Or they could get Pithing Needle and name Polluted Delta here. That's okay. Alright, Pirate Spellbomb that they can't activate. Fine. I'm going to take 12, go to 11, and then try to wade through these constructs. I'm about to gain 6 life this turn. They don't have green mana to crop rotation in response. Oh shit. Wasteland being... I didn't know about that. That was a surprise Wasteland. That takes me off of Uro this turn on the front and back. I have to pick the front or the back. I know my top card's a land. I'm going to go ahead and cash that in. Do want that. Underground Sea comes into play. And now I'm going to ponder for dress down. Ponder for ponder. Do not shuffle the library. No. They have lethal attack. 2 6s, 2 5s. If I exile, I think I still have my land drop for the turn, right? I have 3 green sources. Getting another white source makes sense here. Best ponder. Force of Will, brainstorm. Do I need Force of Will? I do really want brainstorm. Though I already have brainstorm. Magic is so hard. Okay, I'm going to put brainstorm 2 down. Force of Will on top. Prismatic Ending, one of these. Now they have 10 power in play. They can make it 11. I can chump block one of them. I'm very close to dress down or bust here. Uro will be smaller than the construct starting next turn. I really do have to find dress down this turn. They did not dredge loam. They took a draw. I think that's good for me. Normally, if they take draw steps, it means they don't have what they want yet. I am going to block to absorb what damage I can. They put me to 7 here. Uro will put me to 10. And maybe I don't even have room to Uro. Dark Depths I don't care about. Okay, I think I need to brainstorm, which finds the other brainstorm. And 2 new cards. Hopefully dress down's one of them. Wasteland, not great. Okay, Force of Will, not helpful here. Extra land. 1, 2, 3, 4, escape Uro. Brainstorm, land drop Uro trigger. Okay, I can do everything that I want to do now. Alright. Fetch. Blue, blue, green, green. Oh, blue, black. Strix is also a draw. I'm gonna get Tundra. Escape Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brainstorm. Yeah, alright. Green. Green. Blue. Oh, Pernicious Deeds in the deck too. Hold on, shit. Green. Green. Blue. Find a Pernicious Deed. Giving myself seed. Alright, I'm gonna take myself off white cards as a draw and give myself the out of Pernicious Deed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here comes Uro. Deed. There is a land. I'm gonna put it into play. And then I'm gonna brainstorm for dress down. And I'm going to use my Tropical Island to do it because Baleful Strix is still on the deck. I'll dress down. All right, we're dead. Damn it. I saw basically my whole deck that turn. I'm dead. That was so frustrating. Okay. Just fell a little short against lands. $500 out the window because we couldn't draw dress down in the top 40 cards of the deck. I'm on the draw against Storm Guy Is Me. This is a person I played against who was playing Doomsday the other day. I'm going to keep this hand. I have Force of Will. I have Endurance, but no green card. But if Force can bridge into Endurance and they are still on Doomsday, those are two of the interactive points I'm interested in. All right, confirmed. Probably taking the Force here. Who took Endurance? Okay. Does that mean they're planning on this game going longer? Or does it mean... What does that mean? If the game goes 3 turns, I can just cast Endurance. Okay, that's probably what that means. Swords to Plowshares among the worst draws against Doomsday. Baleful Strix. Okay. I'm going to cast Strix. That exposes me to Daze, but it's fine. I need to advance this board state. Strix drew Witherbloom Command. That's actually great, because Witherbloom Command can mill them after they make a Doomsday pile. It's target player mills 3, then you return a land. So I got options. This end step fetch into Brainstorm makes me think they're very close to Doomsdaying. Yep. I'm not going to fight over the Doomsday. They're pretty clearly have some sort of protection because they saw Force. They know it's there. Why would they do anything different? And if they have it this turn, if they could just go for the whole win, Force of Will be just as good post-pile as it is pre-pile. I'll just counter the first spell they cast. But if I get a turn, that's an extra draw step. I think I could find Endurance here, or if I play Teferi, they have to counter that, and then they would need 2 counter spells. A good chance they just have 2 counter spells. So if they have a discard spell, then Teferi doesn't even matter. I could just Witherbloom them and hold up Force, and all of that plays around Daze. I don't think I can slam out for Teferi. But if they take a turn to work through Teferi, Witherbloom Command does kill them. Okay, I'm going for the Teferi line. I expect this to get dazed, but I expected my Force to get dazed last turn. Okay, Force. Or do they have double Force? And they would have dazed if they had it. I'm just gonna force this. Oh, they did have double Force. Okay, sure. All right, whatever. Unfortunately, Witherbloom doesn't work right away because they have 5 cards in their deck. I needed to buy an extra turn. Yeah, they just had double Force though. Yeah, sure, whatever. Turn 3 with double Force. You're gonna win those. Oh, Thoughtseize into double Force. Thoughtseize turn 3 double Force. Yep, you're gonna win those games. That's Doomsday. A Narset I like. Veil I like. Surgical, Mystical Dispute, Canonist. Carpet is medium fine, but mostly doesn't matter. All of the removal spells can come out. They might be on a Shelldock Isle strat. Run Afoul can actually kill Emrakul. That's pretty funny. Oh, do I bring in Run Afoul just for Emrakul? I don't want to do that, but it might be the right play. Okay, I'm doing that, even though it feels really bad. I think I can do better than some of these other cards. If my deck was full of great cards, then Carpet would be fine, but I think Strix is worse than Carpet, at least. I don't like Null Rod. They probably boarded out some number of Lotus Petals against me anyway. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm keeping Karakas in case they are an Emrakul pile also. You can normally cut Karakas against Doomsday, but if they're on Emrakul, I want that out. Okay, keep this hand. This is full of good cards against this deck. I'm gonna lead on Mystic Sanctuary. I don't think buying cards back is gonna happen this game. That's a long game type thing, and getting this blue source into play when it matters the least is where I want to go. And my hand is pretty resistant to Thoughtseize, because if they Thoughtseize the Brainstorm, then I just have 3 answers, and if they Thoughtseize one of the answers, then I have 2 answers in Brainstorm, and either way, we're in good shape. I'm not going to fire off Wasteland here. Or am I? I am going to fire off Wasteland here. If that slows them down at all, it's worth doing. Like, Doomsday does have kind of a thin land count, and Daze affects their land count. Thoughtseize into Doomsday affects their land count. Yeah, I don't mind a little Wasteland there as a treat. They did not shuffle their Ponder. I have my own Ponder this time. I'm going to Ponder before making my land drop. I don't shuffle this. I like all those cards. Tropical Island could represent Veil of Summer. Have them thinking about stuff. Daze proof right now. My hand is really resistant to Thoughtseize. They get to plan their attack. Like, they know what they need to beat. But between the Brainstorm and Ponder, I'm gonna just, like, fundamentally change what they need to beat before we get to that point. Okay. We're just going for it now, huh? I suspect that means they can protect this once, and then they're going to go for a Shelldock pile. Yeah, I'm just going to whittle through their counters, because the Run Afoul is actually on top of my deck. If their last card in hand is Lotus Petal Brainstorm, and they win right now, maybe. Depending on how they sideboarded. Their Exile pile contains the Cavern. They might have two, though. Asa's Oracle not in the pile. So they can still do Oracle stuff, even if they are doing Emrakul stuff. There's Brainstorm. I'm just going to land go. Yeah, there's the Shelldock. Got it. There's 3 cards left in their deck, so I'm going to Brainstorm now. Uro kind of sucks. I can hide the Run Afoul from discard. Run Afoul, land. Run Afoul. Yeah, I'm going to hide that on top. Unfortunately, they could have sculpted their hand to contain Force of Will to answer my Run Afoul. Okay, there's Emrakul. I have to Brainstorm now. That would have been nice last turn. Put back land into Teferi, or Uro Teferi. Uro and Teferi. Does that matter? Probably not. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. That's all that matters here. And I should Run Afoul now in case Pact of Negation is their plan. Alright, cool. That also shuffles Emrakul back into their deck, which could mess up their Doomsday pile. Like, there's an Oracle in there somewhere, and now there's a irrelevant Emrakul also in the stack. And they know they still have to beat the Dress Down, and now I'm drawing Teferi. Okay, okay. You're saying there's a chance. Here's Teferi. Do I want Uro in my hand? Don't think so. I'm going to fetch Underground Sea, or is it Bayou? I think it's Bayou. I'm going to fetch Bayou and minus Teferi. Loam's cool. Maybe next turn. Start wasting them. Oh, I just realized I fired off a Wasteland on turn 1 when I knew they were on a Shelldock plan. Like, I could have just waited. Like, Wasteland also does that. Their pile could very well have 2 Oracles in it. Oh, they're going for the re-Doomsday. Set it back up. Yeah, okay, have fun. There are only 3 cards to stack here. Interesting. This is fun. We're having a good time. Plus Teferi. Life from the Loam, target my lands. Green, blue. I'm gonna constrict what I can constrict. Just start taking out their black sources. If their plan is to just loop Doomsday until... Oh, that's really good. There was a duress in the pile. Okay, well, I have to dress down now, or else I don't get it. Yeah, they might win this game. They're not going to win the game this turn. Not going to Dredge Loam. Surgical Extraction. Huh. This lets me at least look at their hand, and I'm losing this anyway. I'm going to hit the Underground Sea, not the Doomsday. And this also shuffles their deck. Let's see what we got. Okay, Emrakul's in hand, and 50-50 on that Oracle on top. Oh, I don't think I was supposed to exile that, actually. Like, tucking it with... Okay. Yeah, tucking it with Endurance is now not an option. Yeah, I was supposed to leave that there. Okay, there is a coin flip here of I could Dredge Loam, waste them. If they draw the Massacre, they lose because I waste them off blue and they can never get double blue. I think I need to take a draw step, though. Force of Negation, shit. That doesn't help me anymore. Please miss, please miss, please miss. Okay, that was an awesome game. I'm glad this didn't count for anything. I would have been mad if I lost $500 over that bullshit. But that was really cool. That was a showcase of how awesome the Doomsday deck is. Game 1, they just like Thoughtseize Doomsday double forced me, like full cheese mode, and then game 2, they actually ground through it like a boss. A 3 and 2, I'm getting worse. Though I think the list is a lot better. I did like all the tools we had available. I liked the extra layer of protection in Pernicious Deed and Null Rod against the artifact decks. Those are among the scarier ones. I feel like that land match could have broke either way. Like Dress Down, I just didn't find Dress Down in my top 40 cards or whatever against lands, and it's a 2 of. Okay, sure. That sort of thing is going to happen. That's just variance, but I do like where the lands matchup is. Doomsday is slightly concerning, but we have so many tools for it. That's just going to be a bad matchup if you run into it. And if you're out here playing Doomsday in the Is It Delver meta, you're brave enough. You deserve a good matchup once in a while when someone's on Bant. I'm not going to make any changes. I have one more bullet in the chamber. One more chance to win that $500. I will see you for part 3. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.